for insights in these kinds of data sets is to focus and try to simplify it. So what we've done now is the same data set, but we're only showing the most influential people from last year's conference. And as you can see, some of these are color-coded. Let's take a look at them. A few months ago, we published an infographic together with Basel Strategies, and we identified some of the main social influencers, groups of them last year. Doctors being the number one, they're here in purple. Consultants 2, light blue, and then patients were third, here in red. So let's take a look at the doctors. In the US, we have something interesting with doctors. Most providers has a unique identifier, an NPI number, National Provider Identification Number. And so what we've done is we have about like 3.5 million of those, which is the doctor's name, their location, their medical specialty. So what we've done then is to link the physicians in our database with that number, so we get a little bit more information. So let's take a look at that. So what you're seeing here is a couple of thousand doctors. This is a choropleth map showing where they're located. And we're from California, so you can see it's about 367 doctors we identified in California. So what you can do then is basically look at differences between doctors across locations. Or, for example, you can look at the differences in how they behave on Twitter across medical specialties. So let's pick two, orthopedic surgeons and dermatologists. As you can see, the orthopedic doctors have a little bit more followers on average, but they tweet about the same, about 15 times a week. The orthopedic doctors, they seems to be a little bit more conservative with the retweet button, and the dermatologists are perhaps more conversational. They have more mentions in their tweet than the others. So let's zoom in and take a look at only one of these specialties. This is part of the social graph of orthopedic doctors during the last quarter in the US. On the left, you can see a major center around Dr. J.C. Benjamin. And on the right here, you can identify another one, H.J. Lux. So let's take a look at what these people are talking about. As you can recognize, a simple bubble chart with keyword frequencies can be a nice way to get a quick glance at the data. Or you would rather take a look at keywords that is focused to this medical specialty. And fourth from the top is arthritis. And let's assume that this is a topic of key importance to you. So let's take a closer look at it. So this is a trend line of arthritis conversation among orthopedic doctors. So who's doing the talking? Again, we recognize H.J. Lux as a major influencer here. And the next question can be, in these conversations, what are some of the articles and resources being shared? And this is a typical table showing the most tweeted articles in this time. But very often, most tweeted articles doesn't really tell you the true story. For example, can we filter this by other metrics, for example, like trust or trustworthiness? Yes. So for each of these links that are being shared on Twitter, we go in and gather a lot of metadata around them. So extra data from Twitter, data from Facebook, like total Facebook likes for this article and comments. We got data from LinkedIn, even Google PageRank. And Google PageRank, as you know, is like the algorithm that made Google. It's what they use when they sort articles by relevance and trustworthiness when you do a Google search. So you pick what's relevant for you and you can filter by it. So let's peel the layers again. Let's take a look at only one of these orthopedic doctors, Dr. Howard Lux, a pioneer in healthcare social media, and he is very active. Even one day here, he tweeted almost 100 times. So I assume that he participated in a tweet chat or something like that. But those of us who know Dr. Lux know that he's very friendly, he's a caring physician, he's very positive. So why not then do a sentiment analysis of all his conversations last quarter and filter out the most negative of his tweets? I hope this is okay. I haven't shared this with Howard yet. So, what we, a sentiment analysis is very useful when you're looking at topics that are relevant for you, or you're doing it on key opinion leaders like Howard. So knowing this, who is Dr. Howard Lux influencing? Here we run an algorithm that identifies subgroups or clusters within his graph. They are color-coded. These are people who are more connected to each other than others, or they share certain attributes. And this is really awesome. It really works. I'll tweet this later so you can take a closer look and zoom in yourself. Thank you for joining us in this little short journey in peeling the layers in healthcare social media analytics. Thank you.